Coming to you from Hilbert College, it is the podcast
Running Wild.
My name is Gabriel. I'm with my partner Spencer.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to our podcast so far. The feedback has been very encouraging. Really, thank you for the
Phenomenal
support.
feedback. Thank you, guys.
So, Spencer, today to start the podcast, let's talk about the importance of having a well-run organization.
Great organizations start from the top and go all the way down the bottom. Like from the ownership to the management, the coaches, to the players, and the chemistry they have playing on the field together.
Exactly. So like in business, sports, they need well-run organizations too. They need to be stable with good leaderships. And over long stretches, over the long haul, a well-run organization will perform better and have continued success.
Right, like the New England Patriots, a great owner in Robert Kraft, great coach in Bill Belichick.
Exactly.
And it goes right down to the players with Tom Brady. I mean, they're phenomenal.
They have a winning culture.
Winning culture definitely sums it up. Like, the New York Yankees have been struggling lately, but I think they have leadership issues. Once we have the new leadership, we'll also be in the winning culture again.
Now, what would be the example of an opposite of that?
Everyone can agree with me on this one. The Cleveland Browns.
The Cleveland Browns.
They are a mess.
One of the worst franchises in our
what
country.
Winfred Nelson loves to say, the mistake by the lake. Cleveland Browns, I mean...
Does he really say that?
Yeah, he really says that he loves it.
That's
Cleveland
right.
Browns are just a mess, as you can tell by like their 3,000 quarterbacks in the last 10 years. But where are they going wrong? Like, who is evaluating these players when they draft them?
And it's not fair either to the city of Cleveland. They have a lot of pride in their football team. Those are devoted fans. To stick with the Browns after bad management and bad football for years, to still be a fan, that is true devotion.
You think you got it bad, Buffalo? Just think about Cleveland. They got it way worse than you do. They have nothing down there. They have what, Joe Hayden? Was that something to be excited about? Was he like 33 now? I don't know. He's old. He's been around forever. What else about the Browns? I mean, we can... A quarterback. Cody Kessler is starting this week. The rookie from USC. Mm-hmm. This is a California quarterback.
Didn't even play that much at USC.
California quarterbacks in the East in general just don't seem to transition very well.
Yep.
But the stat is, this is the fifth different starting quarterback the Browns had in the last five consecutive games.
So that goes back to what we were talking about earlier about stability. Most well-run teams, they have their franchise quarterback, and this allows them to draft toward that quarterback, have a consistent game plan. With the Browns, next week they might be starting RG3. Now he's out. Next week they might pick up someone else. There's no consistency there.
And, like, their president of the Cleveland Browns just got hired from baseball. Like, he came over from the New York Mets. And they're just spitballing ideas right now in Cleveland. They're trying, but they're just not succeeding.
I won't even give them credit of saying that they're tanking on purpose, because that's giving them way too much credit.
It really is. I mean, they can't do anything on purpose. They're terrible. Honestly, if they even win 2 games this year, I'm going to be shocked. They're that bad of an organization.
I wouldn't be that optimistic, Spence. Moving on to the Thursday night game, Patriots versus the Texans. Who do you like, Spence?
You can't count against the Patriots ever. I mean, they have the third-string rookie quarterback, Jacoby Brissett, starting tonight. I think he'll be fine. I think he has great structure and leadership around him. I think with Belichick at the helm, Gronkowski at the tight end coming back, I think they just have enough leaders around him to make him feel comfortable. And I think the Texans they're a solid team. They're 2-0. But I don't think they should be 2-0 to begin with. But Brock Osweiler still has a lot to prove to me, and I just can't pick against the Patriots. Should be a great game.
I think you nailed it at first. The story here isn't Jacoby Brissett versus Brock Osweiler. The story here is Bill Belichick against the Texans. I think with the good system, the consistency...
It's all about feeling comfortable, and I think if Jacoby's comfortable out there, he'll perform well enough to win this game.
Right, they're plan for Jacoby Brissett. They're not gonna make him do stuff that he's not comfortable with. They're gonna game plan. I think it's gonna be a close game, but I'm gonna give the edge to the Patriots in this one. I think it'll be a low-scoring tight game. Edge Patriots.
All right.
Vegas agrees with me, by the way. -1. Can you imagine -1 for the Texans? Can you imagine any other franchise that would have the third-string quarterback in and be only basically a pick'em?
I think that the X factor for this game today is Lamar Miller for the the running back for the Texans. I think he's the X factor tonight. If he pops off, has 125 yards and a score or two, the Texans might just take this game. But I just can't pick against the Patriots. I've just seen it over and over again if you pick against them.
Helping us to finish preview the NFL games and some college football matches are our special guests. In studio today, our first guests ever, Travis Maloney and Anthony Pellicano. How are you guys?
Great to be here.
Rumor has it that two of you in studio do not like the college football game.
This is true.
Yep.
Maloney, Pelly, what don't you like about college football?
I just think every game is way too much of a blowout. I don't like seeing a football game finish 70-66. I like close games that are low scoring, good defense all around.
Even if it's an offensive fireworks, you don't like that at all?
Not really, no. I know it's entertaining and all, but I just don't want to see 12 touchdowns every game.
You like it to be competitive?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Pelly?
I just don't think it's what true football is, the NFL. Quarterbacks running the ball almost every single play instead of throwing it.
You're going to get a little pushback from me. True football?
True football.
In college, they're able to run actual schemes, and they have the personnel. They can do a lot more trick plays. Where in the NFL, the athleticism, all that is just gone. It's just who's got the best athletes.
I don't
That's
know about
true football.
They're allowed to run trick plays because the defense isn't as good. Not as many high intelligent players on defense. They don't know what's going on a lot.
I could not disagree more. I don't know about you, Gabe.
I have to agree with your disagreement.
Yes, thank you. I mean, I think it's great. We complain about low-scoring games in hockey.
Soccer gets the same knockoff.
Yeah. Nobody scored. Oh, this and that. Football, now there's too much
Too
scoring.
much
How is there
scoring.
too much
I never
scoring?
thought we'd ever come to where that would be a problem. Too
Right.
much scoring.
Oh, yeah, it's the most entertaining thing ever. It's great. I love it.
A little segue, like in the NBA, we love the three ball, and we love it when it's 120, 130.
Right, that's a great game.
Yeah, but basketball is a scoring sport.
Football is just defense.
But there's more. It's easier to play defense in football than basketball.
I'm rolling my eyes, folks. I'm rolling my eyes.
Travis, what else do you love about the college game?
I love the fans. I think the fans are
The
spectacular.
college atmosphere is second to none.
It is. It truly is.
Plus the tradition, too. Maybe you're an alma mater. Maybe there's a college nearby. It's different. I feel like a lot more of the general public who's maybe not a fan of sports, they're more in tune to their college sports than the professional sports.
I agree.
All right, let's preview two key matchups of the week, Florida versus Tennessee. The Gators have beaten the Volunteers 11 straight times. Travis, does that streak end?
We're going to make it 12, Gabriel.
Really, 12?
Oh, yeah.
Why do you say that?
No doubt in my mind. I mean,
No doubt.
no
Zero.
doubt. Zero.
It's a bold stance.
Thank you. I mean, Tennessee, they're a pretender. They were lucky to
A
to be
pretender?
ranked. Yeah, you heard it here first. Yeah,
A top 20 SEC team is a pretender.
they should have lost week 1.
They should have lost. They're better than their opponents week 1. They didn't come out to play. That doesn't make them a pretender. They
How do
had
you-
an off day.
So you don't come out to play week 1?
They did come off to play. They didn't come out to play like they can, though. They have way more potential than what they showed week 1.
Well, I guess we'll see. I think it's going to be 12 in a row, and with Georgia, Texas A&M, and Alabama coming around the corner here in the next few weeks, I think they got a tough road.
Here's the thing. The Gators are starting a brand new quarterback. He hasn't seen a snap for Florida. He's the graduate transfer out of Purdue. Tennessee, they have Josh Dobbs, scrambler, great dual threat quarterback. Plus, Florida's defense is good, I'll grant you. They're not as strong against the run. Dobbs, second leading rusher on that team. I think Tennessee pulls it out.
Where was Dobbs week 1 against Appalachian State?
He was asleep.
I would hope so. It seemed like
He'll
it.
be ready. He'll be ready week 3.
I was asleep too in that game, so
Week 3 rivalry game. He's gonna show up.
I'm excited.
Tennessee wins. Moving on, Wisconsin versus Michigan State. Who do you like, Trav?
This is a great Big Ten battle. I'm gonna have to go with Michigan State at home.
Michigan State at home, huh? Why do you pick the wrong team?
Oh, because they're coming off a huge win at Notre Dame, and now they're coming home. Their fans are going to be electric. The place is just going to be bumping.
See, the thing is, Notre Dame hasn't impressed that. They're a good team, don't get me wrong, but they haven't been as impressive as they have been in previous years. Wisconsin, top 2 defense in the nation. That's what does it for me. Plus, they're really impressive against LSU.
They were impressive against LSU. Definitely shut Fournette down. Their defense is unquestionably one of the best in the Big Ten, but with their
top 2 in the country.
that's an opinion.
No,
but,
that's based by stats.
They definitely have some running back and
objectively.
They have some running back and quarterback questions, but I mean their defense is better. So I'm gonna have to go with Michigan State here, Gabe.
Michigan State is taking the W. Sparty Nation, stand up.
I can't wait to be right next week, folks.
Can I just say, so if somehow Wisconsin does get by Michigan State, then they're at the Big House against Michigan, and then they have Ohio State coming to town. In my opinion, I think they're doomed.
For me, 2 things real quick. I think the OSU team feels a lot like the OSU team that won the national championship. They're young. People feel like they should win it next year, but they wanted to win early. I think there's the same feelings. And also, Michigan, they're for real. Under Harbaugh, people thought it would take a while. He's made an immediate impact. I think they make a bid for the playoff.
He means business. Yeah, we'll definitely see. Whoever comes out of the Big Ten is going to give Alabama a run for their money.
Moving on to the Heisman watch. Who do you like, Lamar Jackson or Christian McCaffrey?
Going to have to go with Lamar Jackson off the top of my head.
He's
but
the front runner right now.
He is. You have to say that. But I'm not sold on him. We're going to see Week 5 against Clemson.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll be his true test. I know he's had some great results here, but against Clemson, a top 5 team in the nation, I know he just knocked off Florida State, but...
Which was impressive.
It was impressive, but we'll see. I mean, Deshaun Watson is also going to try to make a case that game, too.
Normally, this year's an exception. We've had great Week 1 matchups. We've had great early matchups. But normally, the big schools they just dial up wins. And so you can't really get a sense of who's the front runner until later on in the season, until they play true road game, an actual in-conference rival. So I'm waiting to see for the big teams, the big matchups to see. Whoever doesn't choke will probably win the Heisman.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's definitely Lamar Jackson's Heisman to lose, and I'm going to say it's Christian McCaffrey's Heisman to win. I think he made a great case for himself last year. Derrick Henry had an unbelievable year. I think he deserved it, but Christian McCaffrey was right there.
Agreed. How about dark horse candidate J.T. Barrett out of OSU?
I mean, he's been there for, it seems like 5 years, just tearing it up, so I think he's definitely due as well. We got a tight race this year. Very exciting.
It'll be a fun Heisman race to watch. Moving on to the speed round, NFL. Okay, guys, I'm going to list the matchup. Houston versus New England.
New England.
New England.
New England.
Arizona, Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Arizona.
Arizona.
Interesting choice. Minnesota versus Carolina.
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 Cam Newton.
Baltimore versus Jacksonville.
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 Three-peat, Jacksonville.
Detroit, Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Aaron Rodgers.
Cleveland, Miami.
Miami.
Anybody but Cleveland.
Couldn't agree more, Kurt.
Washington, New York Giants.
OBJ.
I'm going to go with Kirk Cousins.
The Giants have it.
You like that? San Fran versus the Seahawks.
If Seahawks can score a touchdown, Seahawks.
Seahawks.
I hate to say it, but Seahawks.
The Jets versus the Chiefs.
Ooh, definitely the Jets.
Jamal Charles.
The Jets all day.
Pittsburgh versus Philadelphia.
Antonio Brown.
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Antonio Brown. Chicago versus Dallas.
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 Is there a matchup that you guys are looking forward to in particular?
Definitely the Giants-Redskins game. That's for sure.
What about that?
Josh Norman and Odell Beckham Jr. It's going to be definitely one to watch. It's going to be all over SportsCenter no matter what happens.
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk about an entertaining game? That was entertaining. That was insane. They were trying to knock each other's heads off. So,
Pelly, who'd you pick for that game?
I picked New York.
Why?
Odell, definitely. And Sterling Shepard having first 2 good games his rookie season.
Plus Cruz is back.
And Cruz is back. Probably going to salsa dance 1 or 2 times this weekend.
Hard to argue with that. Well, only let's see you do it.
I went with Washington.
Why?
I just like Kirk Cousins. Rough week 1, good week 2. I think Josh Norman might be able to take care of Odell. If he can, I think it's a for sure Redskins win.
So if Norman can't take care of Odell,
yeah, if he can't cover him, it's over.
should be a very fun and entertaining game to watch. Finally, do you have any surprises of the week that we should be looking forward to?
I'm going to say Michael Crabtree for Oakland.
Really?
Yeah.
What about him? Does he fall off the cliff or?
No, I think he's going to have a very good week this week. Derek Carr's going to find him for at least 2 touchdowns.
We'll see. We'll see. Maloney?
Speaking about falling off a cliff, I think Eddie Lacy's got rock climbing gear. He's coming all the way back up this week.
It's a bold prediction.
Very. Travis?
Not really a sleeper, but Rob Gronkowski is back.
Oh,
I cannot
okay.
wait.
He's just fun to watch. Bundle of energy.
One of the most exciting guys in the NFL.
This has been Travis, Maloney, and Pelly. Guys, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
Bold predictions from our first guest this week, Spence. They're definitely not afraid to go out on a limb.
Looking forward to having future guests on the show.
Yeah, they were good. Well, that wraps it up for this week. Tune in next Wednesday where we'll discuss how the weekend matchups went and any other news. Tweet us suggestions about future topics
Any topics, life topics, anything on your mind.
at Run Wild Podcast. Thank you for listening.
This has been episode 2 of
Running Wild.